you to NBA Finals defining moments. It's the time of year when history can be made at any time without any notice. So what better opportunity to look back, reflecting on what has helped shape the story of the NBA by looking back on some of the defining moments of the NBA Finals. And here to help us do that, the only guy of this panel who actually helped define some NBA Finals, that is Brent Barry.
Nice to see you, Jared.
Casey Stern.
I knew it wasn't me.
Sekou Smith of NBA.com, and I'm Jared Greenberg. Guys, let's talk about our first story here. One of the wildest scenes in finals history was 4 years ago in Miami. An unlikely candidate as an iconic moment with the Spurs up by 5 and 28.2 seconds to go. The shot wasn't made during the series clincher. Heck, it wasn't even the Game 6 winner. Yet the magnitude of the clutch three by Ray Allen remains so great due to all that was at stake. Brent, you played with Ray and know him really well. Everything that had to happen for Ray's shot to be as meaningful as it was, and then what it meant for everybody involved was tremendous.
It was an incredible moment. I remember this is one of those, where were you when it happened? Everything slowed down for me to watch that shot. I'd seen it thousands of times in Seattle with us at the practice facility, and for him to make the shot, I wasn't surprised in the least. The eruption in the arena was unlike anything I'd ever heard, but what an iconic moment for Ray. We know that there's a lot of layers to it, but certainly a huge finals moment.
You know, one of my favorite parts of it is we talk so much about the big three, but who hit the big three? It was Ray Allen, and we were discussing this earlier. It always seems to be, Sekou, that way, that regardless of the stars, you need those guys who are going to be the glue guys who in that moment step up, and in this case, it was Ray Allen.
Yeah, and inevitably, those guys make the play that changes the series. One thing I always love to do, you know, you keep your eyes on the floor, because if something happens, you want to look and gauge the reaction of the crowd. And I was walking with John Schumann, you know, and we see the shot, and you stop in your tracks and look around the arena to see what people are doing, and it was pandemonium. I mean, there are people with their hands on their head freaking out because you don't see this coming as a fan. You're in there dying 1,000 deaths if you're a Miami Heat fan, because you're getting ready to lose this game and the series on your home floor.
Well, guys, when Ray Allen signed with Miami, he sent shockwaves through Boston. And then Ray Allen hit a clutch three to devastate San Antonio.
When a situation is thrust upon me, I got to figure out a way to do what I know how to do. One thing I've always learned is the lines on the floor, what they mean, where I am. Like having a visualization of the basket compared to where the three-point line is. The hardest thing in the world is shooting that three-pointer without touching out of bounds.
Allen from downtown!
The shot and how 28.2 seconds played out in so many different ways. The Heat had just enough time. The Spurs thought they had too much of it. And then suddenly, they were desperate for more of it. Heat fans who left wished they could go back in time. No one had better timing that Tuesday night than Ray Allen. In the right place at exactly the right time.
This is the reason why we wanted them in games like this.
Anytime a moment, 1 moment, 5 seconds of a moment does define players, time, organizations, coaches, it's a pretty heavy situation.
The shot that Ray Allen made was more than just an orange leather ball going through a nylon basket.
You know, I've hit a lot of big shots, and I can tell you about a lot of them because I remember them in the situation we were in, but none that had so many, I think, damaged circumstances for us going forward if that shot doesn't go in.
I think that if they had lost that game and then lost the championship, that the prevailing attitude, not just in the community, but on the team would be, we're not good enough.
When you think about the rippling effects of Allen's make, you're talking about solidifying LeBron's legacy.
The shot going down is the difference at that point in LeBron's career of being 1-3 in the finals and 2-2, and that's huge. A huge difference. Have you guys discussed that?
We haven't discussed it, but we all understood. You know, anytime you get to a finals moment, you know that what you're playing for, it just hollows in the annals of NBA history.
Ray was familiar with that feeling, having arrived in South Florida with the ring that he had earned with the Celtics. But like so many athletes, Ray's career highlights took a back seat to those rare times that he came up short.
I think the Game 7 2010 is probably in my mind more than anything else because we still had an opportunity to win then. And I've always said throughout my career, the losses stay with you a lot longer than the wins.
3 years removed from that heartbreak, Ray bolted from Boston, joining forces with his former rival.
I'm looking forward to what we can do here in this organization, being a teammate of LeBron, being a teammate of Dwayne.
I'd always been an admirer of Ray Allen as a player and as a person, but I hated him as an opponent because he'd killed us when he was with Boston. But when he came to the Heat, I not only admired him, I loved him.
Everybody understood that what Pat Riley was trying to do was to make sure all the puzzle pieces were going to fit and the team was going to be as good as it could be.
When you need something more, a four-spacer, an all-world shooter that allows Dwayne and LeBron to do what they're going to do, adding Ray Allen was it was unfair.
And it didn't take very long for the Heat to put everyone on notice. Coming off a title in 2012, Miami looked unbeatable, including a stretch of 27 straight wins. Expectations to repeat now at an all-time high. Standing in the way, the four-time NBA champion San Antonio Spurs, which provided LeBron a shot at redemption from a loss in the 2007 finals. Tied at 2 through the first 4 games, the Spurs couldn't miss in Game 5, taking control of the series.
We've been here before, going back home, being confident about our game, being confident about getting a win, which we are.
We tried to come up here and get 2, we couldn't do it. But we got 2 at home, so take care of Game 6, we all right.
We're back in Miami where the NBA Finals return for Game 6. Will the Spurs close out and win their 5th championship?
Here we go, man. Go have some fun. Protect home court.
The atmosphere in Game 6 was incredibly tense. Everybody knew what was at stake.
Let's just say I had a ringside seat.
Inside to Duncan.
Rejected by LeBron's.
Marks at 7, lining up James. 6 to shoot. Parker pulls back. That's a three-pointer. It's good!
Parker driving, right in the lane line, stops, leans in, jumper, good! Tony Parker with the basket.
Now San Antonio's pulling away.
The American Airlines Arena has gone quiet.
Everybody in the arena thought that it was over. I mean, everybody had started leaving. I couldn't believe that they were giving up on their team.
You see San Antonio fans popping in jerseys, jumping up and down. It's a dark moment.
Miami has always been perceived as having late arriving fans and fans who bail early to beat the traffic.
I just kept thinking, these people are insane. Where are they going? We have a game to win.
The security started putting up the roped-off barricades for the trophy presentation for the Spurs.
I think it was disrespectful. It's just a terrible feeling when you know that the other team is about to celebrate on your behalf. In that situation, it wasn't even over yet. And so it kind of angered me.
Doubt creeps into your mind and saying, is this how it ends? But at the same time, the competitive side of you say, okay, the game is not over until zeros are on the clock.
So Miller to inbound. James catches, fires a 3, way off. Rebound tipped, still loose, picked up by Miller. Back out to James, another 3. It's good! James knocks it down!
We hit a 3, we're down 2. Now we're a little more into it. They have to miss another free throw. And if we can foul anybody, foul Kawhi. And he just, so happened to get the ball and he just, missed one, and that gave us an opportunity.
Inside, a dream sequence was taking place, courtesy of a legacy-altering comeback. Outside, a nightmare. Doors locked. A buzz on Biscayne brought a mad dash of fans back to the arena who had left not wanting to see a Spurs trophy presentation. Instead, outside, missing an iconic finals moment.
It's one of those historical moments, your history moment. Where were you when Ray Allen's shot went off? And a lot of people had to say I was outside trying to get back in.
No timeouts left, so Miami needs a good 3. They've got time to set it up. James catches, puts up a 3. Won't go!
It was just one of those things where I just felt like the ball was for me.
Rebound, Bosh!
He was calling my name. His eyes were as big as plates. Backpedal.
He even gave it to me a lot sooner than I would have expected him to give it to me. So the fact that he had the ability to get me the ball and not hesitate, that was remarkable. It's almost like that situation you say, just let us get back, Lord, and I swear I'm going to go to sleep at night, and I'm going to do everything I'm supposed to do, and I'm going to be a good boy, and I'm going to take out the garbage.
Ray Allen a 3 from the corner.
Hey, Allen's going for the corner.
Allen from downtown. Tie game.
Popovich is saying, come on, let's run. We still have time. Let's, don't let him set up the defense. But the referee stopped play to see if it was a 2-point shot or a 3-point shot.
And everybody said, oh, they're checking to see if it's a 3. And I said, that's a 3.
I looked at Mike Miller's face, and he had like worry on his face. Like, did I touch the line? He was like, no, bro, I think you were good. But the way he looked when I looked at his face, it scared me because I thought he was about to say, dude, your foot was on the line.
This man have gone to the gym early throughout his career and put himself in situations so he can be prepared.
I asked him, do you practice that shot? And he said he does. I practice that shot. And I asked him, okay, have you ever used it in the game? And he said no.
Ray was excited about hitting that shot, but he also had a problem with those yellow shirts and that yellow rope.
And I saw him over there saying, take those ropes down. And I thought, oh God, y'all done did it now.
After Ray Allen's shot, not only did I think we were gonna win Game 6, I knew we were going to win Game 7.
The whole championship, the whole playoffs was decided in that 1 second that he was behind the line and there were 6.7 seconds on the clock.
The Heat and the Spurs knew that broke their spirit.
I know it was deflating for the Spurs that emotionally they were so high, in those last 6 minutes where, the ties were going to their favor.
When you're that close to a championship and let it slip away like that, it hurts.
We felt like we gave it away.
The Miami Heat have won the 2013 NBA title.
We've been resilient all year. We never give up. I've known my whole career, sometimes you just get lucky. When you win championships, it involves a little luck, and that right there was luck shining on our side. Basketball is so unpredictable. If you look at NBA games, they're decided by 2 or 3 points, on average. So it comes down to shooting a 3, it comes down to making a free throw. I think those are the players, ultimately, that will be the ones that are standing up at the end of the night to make those plays happen because they're the ones that are best prepared.
There's always going to be one kid in one driveway or one gym with one ball or one basket, elevating for 3 with everything on the line. And it's not an imaginary dynamic. There's Ray Allen in Game 6 for the Miami Heat actually doing it, and you'll be able to almost touch it for eternity. And that's what makes that shot so special.
Oh, Ray Allen buries the trade.
Game 6, 2013, a turning point in LeBron James' finals legacy. An impressive run that Sekou Smith will dig deeper into when we return, the defining accomplishment of King James' career